world we already have has all the components we need. The world of shovels, supermarkets, children, parents, cooking and driving is not only a metaphor for everything we have to learn, but it also contains within it everything we need to learn. I believe this and experience this. It's not just a philosophy. I believe that if you pay attention to whatever you're in the midst of, whether it be the next bite of dinner or an episode in your life, you will have the information, experience, and impressions you need to take the next step on your path. It would be presumptuous to say that this life, as outrageous and varied as it is something that has to be circumvented and left behind before we've really learned to appreciate its beauty and simplicity and possibilities. Before we go inside to seek the spirit, the supernatural, and the eternal, we have to make sure we've gotten what's been given to us. It's like when we say to a kid, first eat what's on your plate. There are people who have esoteric experiences when they look at a tree and see the manifestation of subtle energies. But how is that more of a miracle than this moment in which breath is coming into us and breath is going out of us? As much as we look around, we won't be able to untangle the miracle of where that breath comes from. We have no idea, really, what we are plugged into. It's invisible, but we certainly are plugged into something. For as long as we've been here on Earth, it keeps beating and beating and beating, going and going and going. No matter how far you go into any metaphysical experience, you won't surpass the experience of actually feeling the miracle of life coming into you and going out of you in the moment. Not the self-centered experience of me, but the experience of being an inseparable part of humanity on this earth. Manifesting your individuality here, now, experiencing a unique set of circumstances as part of some incredible divine whole, with your eyes open, your ears open, your senses open, and your being alive. If there are 1, 2, 3, 6, 12, or 100 of these unique planets strewn throughout the universe, Earth is still extremely unique. Hundreds of billions of bodies floating out there, and we're here. We've been given this incredible laboratory, and you think you're going to invent a better way, or you're going to come up with some new kind of spiritual exercise? You're going to have a vision or a dream that's better than what nature has already provided? It never made sense to me, and it doesn't make sense to me in this moment. There are a million lessons to be learned, and we have available a billion permutations and circumstances in which to learn them. If you learn how to learn, no alteration in what you normally do is necessary. You just need to pay attention to the things you ordinarily do. In actuality, the more complex our activities, the more we get away from the essence of those activities. There are so many things we do together, building, cooking, playing music, living together, that we neglect to make use of. These simple activities of life are not supernatural, but they are on the path to the supernatural. People take for granted that they know how to absorb and process the impressions of life, but they don't. I can teach people how to do that, and after 5 years, none of them would ever say, I knew how to do it before. That's the first thing we have to learn. As Gaëtan says in the French film The Valley, Nous ne sommes pas encore assez ouverts. Or for those who don't speak French, our senses are not yet sufficiently open. Before we close them in meditation and listen to the eternal, they have to become more open, and we have to learn everything that can be learned from being a human being in the external world. I'd say it takes a couple years of open senses and knowing how to hear and see and feel, and you clearly have to eliminate blame because you can't see anything if you're blaming. Self-pity, anger, self-deception, all these are clouds that stop us from witnessing life. If we eliminate those clouds, we witness life. We learn the lessons of life. and concurrently we can learn to go inside and learn the lessons of the Spirit. Our world, our culture, and our doings have been created for the purpose of learning. We have a university for self-realization. You can learn what you need to learn now. You can learn it in an hour. You can learn it tomorrow. You can go 40 years and do nothing, and then you can learn the next day. And you don't flunk out ever. Are you going to invent something better than that? It takes a re-examination. You could think of it as a metaphysical re-examination or just a life re-examination, because life is the holiest thing we have. What I'm saying is that life is given to us not to be transcended, but to learn the value and priority of things, to learn the sweetness of the moment, to learn the internal reality, to learn the power of the Creator.